Dating is obviously a big topic in college.
Our experiences are very much rooted in being heterosexual Black women. So just like disclaimer there, I think there are a lot of other challenges or struggles that we might not have experienced because of our identities, but all experiences are valid.
I was extremely naive when it came to guys and dating when I entered college. I came from a very small high school and I had the idea that like, oh, all these people, I'm gonna find my husband here. That was not my experience. I felt like that's the narrative that people push about college.
Like coming to a PWI, I've always gone to predominantly white schools. I kind of knew what to expect. Like I know what the dynamics are like being a Black woman in a predominantly white space. Like desirability, that plays a huge role in your college experience, and it can be something that's very difficult, you know, not feeling desired, and then also knowing that like part of that is because of racism. It's a lot, and it's like this is what young girls are going through all the time. Now, was I expecting it? Yes, but does that make it good or fun? No. The state of your dating life is not a reflection of like you or your character. I feel like everyone should go in like no pressure, because like there are so many people in this world. Just don't let what you think you're supposed to be doing determine what you do. Do what feels right, do what feels good to you.
Yeah, I think it's so easy to feel like, oh, because I'm not getting all this attention, there's something wrong with me. And that's like the worst thing you can do, I feel like. And it's not true also. There's so many different factors that play into desirability, and a lot of them just have nothing to do with you. Your worth encompasses so much more than that, so much outside of that. I've been in one relationship since I've been in college. Going into that experience, I feel like I didn't know what my standards were. I didn't know what my boundaries were. I would notice things that maybe felt like I didn't like them. I maybe didn't want to bring up certain topics that were bothering me because I didn't want to seem like I was nagging, or I didn't want to start an argument because I was like, oh, if I start an argument, we're gonna break up. At that point, I didn't have the confidence to speak up for myself and advocate for myself and say, hey, I don't like this, or say, hey, like, if this doesn't change, then I'm not gonna be able to be in this relationship anymore. I would voice opinions and they would be dismissed and they would not be respected. When you don't know what you want, it's so easy to be manipulated. Eventually, that was one of the main reasons why I ended that relationship, but I feel like it took me longer than maybe it would now.
Especially my first year, I would describe my experience as chaotic. I did have a boyfriend at the time. I think both of us were trying to hold on to something that wasn't necessarily beneficial. In reflection, there were a lot of things that I didn't like. Some things that I spoke up about, some things that I didn't, and I thought, oh, you're tripping. I think I thought I was tripping a lot. And there were a lot of times where I wasn't. Like, my feelings were like 100% valid. Yeah, I think the main thing for me was just learning what I do and what I don't want in a partner. When you connect with someone, sometimes you don't want to let that go, even if there are a million other red flags. If you're feeling worse than you're feeling good with someone, I think that's a good time to know that like it's time to let it go. If you speak up about things and they're not receptive of it, if you all don't align like at your core when it comes to values and things like that, I think that's also a good time to let it go.
I didn't realize how much goes into really working on yourself and identifying issues that you have, struggles that you're having. I feel like when I got into that relationship, I was in a very, very low place. I had a lot of work to do, academically, spiritually, just all of the above. And I feel like getting into that relationship was like a distraction from kind of working on myself and like figuring out who I am and what makes me happy and how am I gonna thrive in this environment. I feel like all of your relationships, they should be a space where you feel like you're able to grow. If you're in that space and you feel very stagnant or you feel like you're complacent or just very comfortable, I feel like the right partners, the right people in your life, I feel like they're able to see things in you that maybe you don't see in yourself, that maybe can help you to evolve and help you to grow and help you to, make progress in your life. And I feel like once I got out of that relationship, I made so much more progress. It allowed me to flourish and really took that distraction away and was like, okay, it's just you in this. There's no one that is gonna come save you, you know what I mean? Like, you are in this and it's your job to really get to know yourself and put in that work, because it's a lot of work and it takes a lot of time to really just figure out like what's holding me back, like what, it's a lot. And I feel like when you're with the wrong person, you forget the importance of that.
Like when you're in a relationship, it's very easy to forget about yourself. After like not being in that relationship, I had so much more time to focus on myself. I definitely grew up as a people pleaser. Being forced to focus on myself, I think, was one of the most beneficial things that happened to me, like, in life. I think there were a lot of things that I was aware of before coming to college, but just like applying things is different from just knowing them, I think. When it comes to drugs and alcohol and when it comes to sex, I think that it is important to be cautious. When you are unsure about a person or a situation, I think it's very important to listen to that uncertainty. Men and women are assaulted on this campus a lot, and I think that it's something that people don't talk about, or we act like is just always like a frat boy or a random stranger coming out from the bushes, but like it's happening in community. To everyone, I would say listen to your intuition and make sure to protect yourself. I think a lot of times we can get caught up in like don't judge people, or you don't want to hurt someone's feelings, but ultimately your safety is a priority. And so just keep that in the back of your mind. A lot of what we want to talk about college is the fun stuff, but safety is a real issue. And so just making sure that, especially to people coming into college, that you are prioritizing your safety.
I feel like, if you take away nothing, listen to yourself, listen to how you feel. Like, your feelings are so important. Like, they're not facts all the time, but they're important. And just figuring out what are these feelings trying to tell me. They might be trying to tell you to remove yourself from some situation. They might be telling you to pursue some situation, whatever it is. And that I feel like can make such a difference in terms of your safety, your health, your happiness, and validate your own emotions, even if other people are not, even if other people are telling you you're crazy or whatever. How you feel is the most important.